Build your dreams, live rich, and leave
Welcome to
rich.
Live Rich and Leave Rich. We have a belief here that living a truly rich life is really about living peacefully, not just lavishly. In this explainer, we're going to explore exactly how you can get your money to work for you so you can actually achieve that kind of financial peace.
All right, before we dive in, just a quick and really important heads up. What we're talking about today is for your education. Every investment has market risks, so for a plan that's actually built for you and your life, please talk to a SEBI-registered financial advisor.
I want you to take a moment and let this quote really sink in. Volatility is the price you pay for wealth. If you want safety, stay poor. If you want wealth, embrace volatility. Look, this isn't just some nice-sounding phrase. It is a complete shift in mindset, and it's really the single most important idea we're going to unpack together today.
Okay, let's start with a problem that honestly affects every single one of us, even if we don't realize it. There's a silent thief out there, and right now, it's stealing the value of your hard-earned money every single day.
So picture this. You do everything you're supposed to do. You work incredibly hard, you save your money, and you put it in a so-called safe place, like a bank fixed deposit. The bank promises you a fixed interest rate, and it feels secure. But while your money is just sitting there, the price of everything, your groceries, petrol for your car, your kids' school fees, it's all going up and up and up. That is inflation, and that is the silent thief.
And if you look at the actual numbers, well, this chart just lays it all out, doesn't it? If your bank FD is paying you, say, 6% interest, but inflation, the actual cost of living, is rising by 7%, you're not making money. You're actually losing it. Your real return is negative 1%. It means every single day your money buys a little less. You are, quite literally, getting poorer while thinking you're being safe.
And listen, this isn't just some abstract theory. This is real life. Think about a story like Ramesh's father. He retired back in 2000 with 10 lakh rupees, all tucked away in FDs. He must have felt so secure. But fast forward 20 years, and the constant rise in prices had eaten away so much of that money's buying power, it was just a fraction of what it used to be. The very safety he chose ended up costing him his financial peace.
So, that's the big question, right? How in the world do you fight back against this thief? How do you stop just protecting your money and start actually growing your wealth? Well, the answer is a total shift in how you think. You have to go from just saving money to owning a piece of India's growth story.
Okay, let's get into this, because this right here, this is the big idea. It's the fundamental difference in thinking that really separates people who build true, lasting wealth from those who, well, just don't. What you're looking at here is the most fundamental choice you will ever make with your money. On one side, you can be a lender. When you put your money in an FD, that's what you are. You're lending it to a bank, and they pay you a small, fixed amount of interest. It feels very safe, but your return is always capped. That's the path of the middle class. But on the other side, you can be an owner. When you invest in equity, you become a partner in the business. You get a share of all the profits, forever. Yes, it involves risk, but the upside, the potential for growth, is unlimited. This is the path to wealth.
So, how do you become an owner? It sounds complicated, but for most of us, it's actually incredibly simple. You buy an equity mutual fund. And don't let the name intimidate you. All it means is that you are buying tiny, tiny little pieces of the biggest and best companies in India. We're talking about Reliance, TCS, HDFC, Infosys, the engines of our economy. And think about it. As they sell more phones, more software, and more services, their profits grow. And when their profits grow, so does your wealth. You're not just investing. You're betting on the success of India itself. But of course, just like not all companies are the same, not all funds are the same either. It's really important to pick the right one that matches your personality, your comfort with risk, and of course, your long-term goals. So let's figure out your investing style. Okay, this table breaks it down perfectly. I love thinking about these like different animals in the investment jungle. First, you've got the large caps. We call them the elephants. These are the biggest, most stable companies in India. They give you slow, steady, reliable growth. Think in the 10 to 12% range. Perfect if you're a more conservative investor. Then you have the cheetahs, the mid and small caps. These are smaller companies, they're much faster, and they can give you some amazing growth. But they're also a bit wild, more volatile. These are for aggressive investors with a long time horizon, like more than 10 years. Finally, for anyone just starting out, there's the all-rounder, the Flexi Cap Fund. Here, you let an expert fund manager decide the best mix of elephants and cheetahs for you. It's honestly the easiest way to get started. Okay, now this is absolutely crucial. And if you take away only one thing from this whole explainer, let it be this. Equity is only for your long-term goals. We're talking about things that are more than 5, ideally more than 7 years away. Things like your retirement or your kid's college education. It is absolutely positively not for the vacation you're planning next year. Time is the secret ingredient. It's what smooths out the bumps and lets the real magic of growth happen.
So theory is one thing. Let's make this real. Let's look at the stories of two different people who started with the exact same amount of money, but ended up in two completely different places. First up, we have Suresh. Now listen to what happened to him. He invested 5 lakh rupees into an equity fund to pay for his daughter's wedding, which was just a year away. Just before the wedding, the market had one of its temporary dips. It fell about 20%. Suresh panicked. He sold everything and took a massive loss. See, his mistake wasn't choosing equity. It was his timeline. He used a powerful long-term tool for a short-term goal.
Now, on the other hand, let's look at Anjali. She also invested 5 lakh rupees, but she put it in a flexi cap fund for her retirement, which was 20 years down the road. She lived through the huge market crashes in 2008 and 2020, but she knew they were just temporary storms. She ignored all the scary headlines, she kept investing her fixed amount every month through an SIP, and she just stayed patient. The result? Her money grew 15 times over. She understood what we talked about at the start. Volatility is the price you pay for wealth.
So you might be asking, what was Anjali's secret weapon? Well, it's a beautifully simple concept called rupee cost averaging, and it happens automatically when you do an SIP. By investing the same amount of money every single month, you naturally buy more units when the market is down and prices are cheap, and you buy fewer units when the market is up and prices are high. Over time, this lowers your average cost and literally turns market ups and downs from something to be feared into your biggest advantage.
Okay, so you get the why now, right? You understand the big idea. Let's get super practical. Let's talk about the how. Here is a simple 4-step checklist to get you started on your journey as an owner.
First things first, step 1, the time check. You have to ask yourself this one simple question. Is my goal less than 5 years away? If the answer is yes, then just stop. Equity is not the right tool for you right now. Step 2, select your category. If you're just starting out, the best and simplest way is to pick either a Nifty 50 index fund or a good FlexiCap fund. Step 3, and this is a pro tip, choose a direct plan. Make sure you see the word direct in the name of the fund. This little step saves you from paying hidden commissions every single year, and it adds up to a lot. And finally, step 4, just start an SIP. Don't waste your energy trying to guess the right time to invest. The best time was yesterday. The second best time is today.
All right, that was a lot of information. Let's just quickly recap the most important ideas, the core principles from our discussion today.
Number 1, and this is the big one, ownership creates wealth. Lenders stay in the middle class, owners become rich. Number 2, volatility is the fee. Those market swings aren't a mistake, they're part of the system. Your patience is the fee you pay for the reward of wealth. 3, time is the antidote. The longer you stay invested, the risk actually goes down. 4, beat the inflation thief. Only ownership, only equity has the power to truly grow your purchasing power over the long run. And finally, start early. The magic of compounding needs your time way more than it needs a lot of your money. So, I'm going to leave you with a final thought, a question I want you to really think about. Look at the wealthiest people on this planet. Ask yourself, did they get rich by lending their money to others for a small interest payment or by owning businesses? The answer to that question tells you everything you need to know about the true path to wealth.
Hey, if you found this valuable, if it shifted your thinking even a little bit, please subscribe, like, and share it with someone you care about. If you want to go even deeper, check out the Legacy Diary. The link is in the description. Thank you for your time. Live rich and leave rich.